Find top 10 reasons of financial mistakes and how to succeed them. A man who understands the power of faith in action, especially when it comes to your money. Today, we're diving into the top 10 reasons you might not be financially successful and how incorporating faith, specifically through Jesus, can transform your financial journey. You see, it's not just about dollars and cents, folks. It's about aligning your heart and your wallet with God's plan for your life. Let's be real. Budgeting can feel like wrestling a grizzly bear sometimes. You know you need to do it, but it's just plain hard work. You've got expenses popping up like weeds, and sometimes it feels like you're the only one in your family who cares about where the money goes. But listen, taking control of your money starts with a budget. It's about telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. It's about being intentional, having a plan, and sticking to it. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Dave, budgeting is restrictive and no fun. But I'm here to tell you it's actually the opposite. When you budget, you give yourself permission to spend without guilt because you know it's within your plan. It's about finding freedom within limits, and that's a beautiful thing. Think of it like this. A budget is not a cage, it's a compass. It helps you navigate towards your financial goals, whatever they may be. And you know what makes budgeting even more powerful? Doing it God's way. When you involve Him in your finances, seeking His wisdom and guidance, you'll be amazed at how He provides. Remember, the Bible says in Proverbs 21:5, "The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty." So let's be diligent, let's be prayerful, and let's create a budget that honors God and sets us up for financial success. Saving money can feel like an uphill battle, especially in today's world. It's tough to save when you're constantly bombarded with messages to spend, spend, spend. But let me tell you something, saving is not about deprivation, it's about preparation. It's about having a safety net for when life throws you a curveball and building a foundation for a brighter future. Now, I understand that saving can be a challenge, especially if you're living paycheck to paycheck. But even small amounts add up over time. Start by saving just $1,000. That's your starter emergency fund. You'll be amazed at the peace of mind it brings. Then, work your way up to 3 to 6 months of expenses. Remember, it's not about how much you save, it's about being consistent. Even a little bit each month makes a difference. And here's where faith comes in. Proverbs 13:11 says, "Wealth gained hastily will dwindle, but whoever gathers little by little will increase it." When you trust in God's timing and are faithful with the resources He's given you, He will bless your efforts. So be patient, be persistent, and watch your savings grow like seeds planted in fertile ground. Investing can seem like a complicated maze, full of jargon and uncertainty, but it doesn't have to be that way. Investing is simply putting your money to work for you so it can grow and multiply over time. It's about partnering with businesses and participating in the economy, and it's a powerful tool for building long-term wealth. Now, I know some folks are hesitant to invest because they're afraid of losing money. And listen, there's always some risk involved. But you know what's riskier? Doing nothing and letting inflation eat away at your hard-earned savings. That's why it's crucial to educate yourself, seek wise counsel, and invest for the long haul. And remember, investing isn't just about making money. It's about aligning your finances with your values. As Christians, we're called to be good stewards of what God has given us, and that includes our investments. Seek out companies that align with your faith and values, and use your investments to make a positive impact on the world. Debt. It's a heavy burden that can weigh you down and steal your peace. It can feel like you're stuck in a deep hole with no way out. But listen, there is hope. You can break free from the chains of debt and experience true financial freedom. It takes commitment, discipline, and a whole lot of gazelle intensity. But I promise you, it's worth it. The first step is to stop digging. Cut up those credit cards, make a plan to pay down your debt, and start living on less than you earn. It won't be easy, but trust me, the feeling of being debt-free is priceless. Remember, Proverbs 22:7 says, "The rich rules over the poor, and the borrower is a slave to the lender." Don't be a slave to debt. Take control of your finances and experience the freedom that comes with it. And here's where faith comes in. Matthew 6:24 says, "No one can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or he will be devoted to the one and despise the other." You cannot serve God and money. When you're in debt, you're essentially serving money instead of God. But when you're debt-free, you can use your resources to bless others, support your church, and further God's kingdom. That's true freedom. Life is full of surprises, and not all of them are good. That's why it's crucial to have an emergency fund, a financial cushion to help you weather the storms of life without going into debt. Think of it as your rainy day fund, there to protect you when unexpected expenses pop up. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Dave, I can barely make ends meet as it is. How am I supposed to save for an emergency? Listen, I get it. But even if you can only spare $10 or $20 a week, it all adds up. Start small, be consistent, and watch your emergency fund grow. You'll be amazed at the peace of mind it brings. And here's where faith comes in. Proverbs 21:20 says, "Precious treasure and oil are in a wise man's dwelling, but a foolish man devours it all." Building an emergency fund is a wise financial decision that demonstrates your trust in God's provision. It shows that you're prepared for the unexpected and that you're not living in fear of what tomorrow may bring. Feeling stuck in a rut, like you're not reaching your full potential? Maybe it's time to explore ways to increase your income. Now, I'm not just talking about working more hours or chasing after every get-rich-quick scheme out there. I'm talking about using your God-given talents and abilities to create multiple streams of income and build a life of abundance. Think about your passions, your skills, and your interests. What are you good at? What do you enjoy doing? Could you turn your hobbies into a side hustle? Could you develop a new skill that's in high demand? The possibilities are endless. Remember, God has blessed each of us with unique gifts and talents, and He wants us to use them for His glory. And here's where faith comes in. Colossians 3:23 says, "Whatever you do, work heartily, as for the Lord and not for men." When you approach your work with excellence and integrity, as unto the Lord, you honor Him and open yourself up to His blessings. So don't be afraid to step out in faith, explore new opportunities, and use your God-given talents to increase your income and live a life of purpose. Imagine setting sail on a journey without a map or a compass. You'd be lost at sea, wouldn't you? Well, the same goes for your finances. Without a plan, you're likely to drift aimlessly, making impulsive decisions that could lead you far off course. That's where financial planning comes in. It's about taking control of your finances, setting clear goals, and developing a roadmap to get you where you want to be. Now, financial planning isn't just for the wealthy or those nearing retirement. It's for everyone, regardless of your income or your age. Whether you're saving for a down payment on a house, paying off debt, or planning for retirement, having a solid financial plan can make all the difference. And here's where faith comes in. Proverbs 16:3 says, "Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established." When you involve God in your financial planning, seeking His wisdom and guidance, He will bless your efforts and lead you on the path to financial freedom. So don't try to navigate this journey alone. Seek wise counsel, pray for discernment, and trust that God will provide. Retirement. It's not just about sipping lemonade on a beach somewhere, though that's not a bad image, is it? It's about enjoying the fruits of your labor, spending time with loved ones, and pursuing your passions without the constraints of a 9-to-5 job. But here's the thing, retirement takes planning. You can't just assume it'll all work out. You need a plan, and you need to start early. Now, I know retirement might seem like a lifetime away, especially for you younger folks. But trust me, time flies by, and the sooner you start planning, the better off you'll be. Even if you can only contribute a small amount to a retirement account each month, it'll add up over time thanks to the power of compound interest. And here's where faith comes in. Proverbs 13:22 says, "A good man leaves an inheritance to his children's children, but the sinner's wealth is laid up for the righteous." When you plan for retirement, you're not just securing your own future. You're also leaving a legacy for your children and grandchildren. You're demonstrating your faith in God's provision and your desire to be a blessing to your family for generations to come. Let's face it, nobody enjoys paying taxes. But the truth is, taxes are a necessary part of living in a civilized society. They fund essential services like roads, schools, and national defense. However, that doesn't mean you have to overpay. With a little planning and knowledge, you can legally reduce your tax burden and keep more of your hard-earned money. Now, I'm not talking about shady tax shelters or trying to pull a fast one on the IRS. I'm talking about being smart and strategic about your finances. Are you taking advantage of all the deductions and credits you're entitled to? Are you maximizing your contributions to tax-advantaged accounts like 401(k)s and IRAs? These are just a few simple strategies that can make a big difference come tax time. And here's where faith comes in. Romans 13:7 says, "Pay to all what is owed to them, taxes to whom taxes are owed, revenue to whom revenue is owed, respect to whom respect is owed, honor to whom honor is owed." As Christians, we're called to be honest and ethical in all our dealings, including our taxes. By being responsible taxpayers, we fulfill our civic duty and contribute to the well-being of our communities. Relying on a single source of income is like putting all your eggs in one basket. If something happens to that one source, you're in trouble. That's why it's crucial to diversify your income streams and create multiple avenues of revenue. Think of it like building a river. The more tributaries it has, the stronger and more resilient it becomes. Now, diversifying your income doesn't necessarily mean juggling multiple jobs. It could involve starting a side hustle, investing in rental properties, or generating passive income through online businesses or royalties. The key is to explore different options and find what works best for your skills, interests, and lifestyle. And here's where faith comes in. Ecclesiastes 11:2 says, "Give a portion to 7, or even to 8, for you know not what disaster may happen on earth." This verse reminds us that we should never put all our trust in earthly possessions or a single source of income. By diversifying our income streams, we're acknowledging that God is our ultimate provider and that He can bless us in countless ways. You know, we've covered a lot of ground today, from budgeting and saving to investing and planning for retirement. But there's one crucial element that ties it all together: having Jesus at the center of your finances. You see, true financial peace isn't just about having a fat bank account or a perfect credit score. It's about aligning your heart and your wallet with God's will for your life. When you surrender your finances to God, something amazing happens. Your perspective shifts. You begin to see money as a tool, a resource to be used for His glory and to bless others. You're no longer driven by greed or fear, but by a deep desire to honor Him with everything you have. And that's when you experience true financial peace, the kind that transcends circumstances. It's the peace that comes from knowing that God is in control, that He's your provider, and that He will never leave you nor forsake you. So invite Him into your financial journey, seek His guidance, and watch Him work wonders in your life. Remember, integrating faith into your financial decisions can lead to not only prosperity, but also peace of mind. Trust in Jesus, and let's make wise financial choices together. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. Seek support in every step of the way. Check out the resources below this video, and let's start building a brighter financial future God's way. Thanks for watching, and God bless.